BETT, bass fishing at its best. It's proudly brought to you by the Kingfisher, distributors of R.A.W rods and reels. Entering the last hours of this final leg of the 2011 BETT KZN Trail, most teams have caught their 5-fish limits. But will it be enough? Currently 10th and under pressure today is Jean and Trevor of Team Moshobani. They need to produce a solid 5-fish presentation today if they to stay in the top 10. We join them as they fish a submerged rocky outcrop.
Well, we started off this morning. We've never fished at Woodstock before. We started this morning, we took a chance, we ran up to the wall, just from the information that we heard. And we got our bag there. We had our bag at 8 o'clock this morning, 5 fish, but they were small, eh? I think our bag with 5 fish only weighed about 1.5 kgs. From the wall, we were fishing little bays, fishing grass, fishing little grass that comes off the banks. We got a couple there, but also small. And Trevor just decided, he said we're going to move. We rode around, came into this bay, we fished at the bottom, we saw the grass down there. We came up, and when we came up, Trevor said to me, look at the bank. And if you look at the bank, you can see there's a rock outcrop that comes out, and it comes out in 2 points. We're basically throwing onto the first rocky point, and then we're fishing the secondary point. And what's been happening, as soon as we hit the secondary point, we've been getting on, or basically getting a fish on. And from there we've been upgrading, and I think our smallest fish in the larval now is about a 1.4. So our days been alright, been not too bad.
And what did you learn? Slow down.
Yeah. Soft. They just basically picking it up and just... Big one. Huh?
Putty, get the net for this dog. This time. That's it, mommy. Told you I'll catch that fish.
This morning we started off fishing
Senkos and flukes.
I was throwing a Senko and Trevor was throwing a junior fluke. Just pitching it against the rocks on the dam wall and twitching it slowly, and then just retrieving it and pitching it back up, and we got our bag like that. And then we just fished, and when we got here, we started fishing. I put on a black fluke, super black fluke, and Trevor fishing a type of a grub.
Better.
This morning
the wind this morning put a damper on it. It's died down a little bit. It's not as heavy as it was earlier. So, you know, it's tough fishing in the wind when you're fishing light baits. And I couldn't get a bite on spinnerbait. I know some guys caught on spinnerbait, but I couldn't buy a bite on spinnerbaits. You almost took the cameraman off the boat, Peanut.
Now that's called friendship fishing. He loses it and I cast and I get it.
One net, you're doing your short line, lifted your rod again. I'm gonna smack you, John.
Now that's a nice cow. See if it does a 2-step for us.
Who says in South Africa we don't have audiences like in the States, eh? We've got our own crap.
I reckon we can give KVD a run, eh?
So as the wind finally dies down, unfortunately, the allocated 8 hours are over, and teams power back to the banks of the weigh station. As teams queue for the weigh-in, the top 10 watch nervously to see if they have done enough to maintain their top 10 placing and ticket to the Classic. 5th position today goes to Julian and Martin of Team Yamaha SHO Rapala, who presented a bag weight of 9.30 kgs. With 9.60 kgs, Kieran and Gerard of Team Hot Doggy take 4th. 3rd place today belongs to Grant and Garth of Team Goya Rough Thumb, as they weigh their 5 fish in at 10.97 kgs. Father and son Lou and Gary of Team Hearthstone take 2nd, with their bag weight totaling 11.20 kgs. And your Yamaha champions for the month of October, Brian and Casper of Team El Grande Lures 2. Despite suffering from mechanical difficulties and only fishing half the day, they weigh in an impressive 12.75 kgs.
We had a really good day. We started off on one of our secondary spots. We got fish in the boat pretty quickly. Luck was on our side. Most of the bites we were getting today were quality fish. We caught them on weightless Senkos and on a talon jig late in the day.
5.7 kg separates the October Woodstock Dam top 10 teams. How will these results affect the overall standings? After 9 months of competitive pro bass angling, only the top 10 teams will move forward to the Classic. And having presented an outstanding bag today after an unpredictable season, Team R.A.W Lures 2 snatches top honours with their season total of 50.45 kgs. A 1.43 kg lead over Team Yamaha SHO Rapala in second, who total 49.02 kgs for the season. Moving up 2 spots, Grant and Garth of Team Goya Rough Thumb take third overall with 42.08 kgs. After a great result today, father and son Lou and Gary of Team Halfstone jump from 7th to 4th with 40.38 kgs. 5th position is awarded to Cole and Johan of Team Evinrude Rapala with their 39.61 kg total. A mere 24 grams separated them from Team Hot Doggy in 6th, followed by Preston and Julio of Team Goya Yamaha in 7th and Team Yamaha KZN in 8th. 19 grams separates the final 2 qualifying spots, and having played their cards right today, Team Mashabani secure a well-deserved 9th position with 38.81 kgs for the season. And with an overall weight of 37.61 kgs, the final qualifying position for the 2011 BETT KZN Classic is awarded to Gavin and Brendan of Team Yamaha Panasonic, presenting the KZN 2011 Bass Equalizer Tournament Trail Top 10 Teams. Congratulations to Team R.A.W Lures 2, the KZN 2011 Tournament Champions. The Kingfisher Tackle Box, distributors of Daiwa Rods and Reels.
Hey guys, we're here at the last series event of the BETT 2011 calendar. We're here at Woodstock Dam, and let me tell you something, we caught some epic fish today. What I've got today is the bright new fantastic Team Daiwa Pro Z spinning rod. The fish at Woodstock today probably would have eaten anything, but I tell you something, the lightweight finesse of this rod really put extra and larger fish in the boat. Most of our fish came on a wacky rig today, and this rod was perfectly suited for catching fish on the wacky rig. I chose a 7-foot medium heavy action rod today. We had a lot of wind, so we need a little bit of extra backbone to get those casts out there, especially with a lightweight rig. I paired it up with 10-pound Siglon fluorocarbon, and it was exactly what we needed. So what does this rod possess that separates it from the rest? It has an IM7 graphite blank, which gives you both the sensitivity to detect light pickups and the power to drive the hooks home with authority. Fitted with quality aluminium oxide guides, a cool stainless steel hooded reel seat, and ultra comfortable closed cell foam split grips. I guarantee you 2 things. You're definitely not going to lose bass on this rod, and with hot Japanese styling like this, you ain't going to lose the rod.
Join us next month for the BETT KZN Classic, where the top 10 teams will battle it out at Craigieburn Dam on Saturday the 26th of November. Bass fishing at its best is proudly brought to you by Yamaha VMAX, super high output 4-stroke outboards. Jacini Tiger Lodge, the Kariba of South Africa. And the Kingfisher, distributors of Daiwa Rods and Reels. Catch the premiere of the much anticipated BETT KZN Classic on Tuesday the 27th of December on Supersport 6 at 6 p.m.